Hi guys, it's your girl Mandy Joy. I hope that you all are doing well, you're happy, and you're whole. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time stopping through, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are returning, hi. Either way, I'm grateful for you stopping by and checking out what information I have for you today. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you will always know when I stop through. And while you're at it, you might as well go ahead and hit that like button as well. Okay? We love interaction on my channel. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Today, I want to do something a little bit different, and I want to talk about a deck that I purchased about a year ago. And at first, I wasn't 100% sure how to properly use it. I had done some research on it prior to receiving it, not really realizing what I was getting. And now I'm in a place where I absolutely love this system and I want to talk about it. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Lenormand system, or the Lenormand system. Yeah, it's pronounced it all different ways. The system is widely known in Europe and it dates back to the late 1800s. Okay, there was a lady named Mademoiselle Lenormand who pretty much, derived the system from her own specialty cards she used, and she was known as like the best of the best, okay, back then. So, learning this system has been a pleasure. It is like very practical, and I'm having a super uber love affair with it. Okay, so here's the deck. It is the Afro Goddess Oracle, right? And this is through the Lenormand system. Miss Andrea Furtick, she's beautiful and she's talented, and oh my gosh, she gave us a beautiful melanated deck, and I am grateful for that because I didn't realize that this system wasn't widely known like that, and so there aren't many varieties in terms of the people that's represented, that's represented in this deck. So I'm grateful for her and for her dedication to ensuring that we all feel included in all of our divination practices, no matter what we decide to do. So I had to get this because I do have her tarot, and her tarot deck is gorgeous as well. And so I bought this as the mate to that. Now, that's not to say you can't use this as a regular oracle deck. Do what you do. But there is a specific system when it comes to using this particular oracle deck or any other Lenormand decks that are on the market. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into the language of this oracle. Okay, so one of the things that I really appreciate about Miss Andrea is the fact that she provides a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful guidebook. I am one of those people who think it's very important to read this because I want to know the intention that was set forth by the author and the illustrator when creating this magnificent piece of artwork, okay? Because for me, that just adds something extra to my relationship with the deck, because I'm going to form my own relationship, of course, but it's always beneficial to know the intentions of the author when you are thinking about or working with this deck, so you can add that much more flavor on top of the intended purpose of the deck from the start. So I'm really appreciative of her for this. And in this book, she talks about the language of the oracle and how this deck can give you the solid answers that you need. It's the magic of the deck that provides the insights, the answers, the guidance that you're seeking. And it's all about learning the language of the oracle. And so that's what I'm here to do today. Really quickly, just give you a couple pointers that you can use to start reading this deck in its intended way. If you choose, if you want to keep using it as a typical oracle, feel free, that's your business. But for those of us who have this deck or any other Lenormand deck, and you want to know how to use the system for the practicality of it, because I'm gonna tell you something, this deck is spot on. Let me show you it. It's beautiful. Like, the back is so beautiful, and then the imagery on the front is so beautiful, guys. I'm telling you, she is amazing in the way she does this. All right, so let's talk really quickly about what this system is and what this system is not. The system is practical, all right? It's not as intuitive when you're first learning, but it can be once you learn the system and you learn the system well. The system is not tarot, okay? So you have to take off your tarot hat, put it to the side while you look at the Lenormand. You have to come to this deck or this system with a beginner's mind, okay? So boom, that's what it is. It's a practical system. It's more or less read like a storyline, kind of. It's linear. Whereas tarot, you know, you can go all over the board with tarot, and with this you can too. But again, once you learn the system and you get the method down pat, that's when you can kind of do all the extra stuff. And again, it's not tarot, right? It's completely different system. Each of them have their own place, especially in my heart, and they'll have it in yours too. All right, so let's talk about 3 major components of these cards. So the main thing I love about these cards is that, one, they have people in them, like actual people. So for example, we have the God. Look at him. He's so handsome, isn't he? Oof, yeah. And then we have the Goddess. Check her out. She's beautiful, isn't she? And then we have the Child. All right. So these are the obvious people cards in the deck, and I love that so much. So it's almost like anytime you're sitting down, you're asking a question. If you resonate as a female, then when the female card comes out, that's you. If you resonate more with as a male, when the male card comes out, that would be you. And then, you know, and vice versa. So if you're asking about someone else and the opposite sex card comes out, then that would be who you're asking about. So I love that because it gives you more of a definite like person to person kind of thing, and it gives you something to think about. Next, I have my paper here, so let me make sure I don't forget anything that I think is really important. Okay, so then what we need to know is that these cards are read in pairs, okay? So they're always read in pairs, so you'll have, let's take the Lady, for example, or the Goddess. So this is another thing. The Goddess, and she's the Goddess in this deck, but in other decks, she could be the Lady or she could be the woman, you know. It's just different variations, but all of the Lenormand systems will have people. So let's say, for example, we have the Lady, right? So the Lady is the subject. The first card is your subject. The second card that comes out provides details to your subject, okay? So this is why it's read in pairs, because it gives you, it layers the information so you can kind of understand where you're going with your reading, you know? So we have the Lady, and then we have the Heart. The Lady is the subject, the Heart is the detail. So what about the Lady? She's a caring woman. She's a passionate woman. She has a big heart, you know? It's like that. Just very simple, you know, that kind of thing. And so remember that they're always read in pairs. And then the first card is your subject. The second card will provide details to the first, so on and so forth, okay? The third thing is context, context, context. Context is so important when it comes to reading the Lenormand. You want to know what you want to know from the deck. Yeah. Okay. What is it that you're seeking from the deck? Okay. Have a clear intention, a clear question in mind when you go to this deck, because again, this deck is very practical. Okay. So, and when I say practical, it's like this. When you see the Ankh, it's an Ankh. It's not, oh, it's the all the elements are here and all of this and all. No, it's just the Ankh card. Read it as the Ankh, okay? As a spiritual card, a card of rebirth, new beginnings, things of that nature. Don't look at everything else, because with tarot, you know, they have a lot of systems that we can, symbols that we can, you know, pull on and things of that nature. The difference is with Lenormand, it is what it is, especially when you're first learning. So here we have the dog. The dog is representative of a loyal friend, someone that you know, that you can trust. If you're asking about a pet, this would be your pet. But in the other way, this would be like a friend or something you can trust, or something that's solid, that's reliable, something like that. You know, it's the dog, okay? One more, like the heart that we practiced with earlier, it's just the heart. It doesn't matter that, you know, these hands are here and their flower is here and the moon is back there. It's just the heart, guys. Read it as the heart, all right? Love, passion, things like that, okay? Another thing I want to point out is don't be afraid to use the book for interpretations. This is really going to help you like get some ideas of what direction you can go in with this deck or the meanings of the cards. But you know, at the end of the day, it's your own interpretation. So pick whatever meaning resonates with you. And if none of them resonates with you, you know, then make your own. All right. So those are the three things I want to talk about that are like baseline things when it comes to working with the Lenormand. One, you want to know that they're people cards and how to, you know, read the people cards. Two, you want to know that context is everything. And three, you want to know that these cards are read in pairs. Okay, they're read in pairs. You can read them alone if you want to, especially if you're working with tarot. You just pull one card. You can do that. But if you want to learn the system specifically, read them in pairs. Okay, so basically that's all I wanted to tell you when it comes to using this particular deck. I know a lot of us has it, and most people, some people, tend not to read the book. Okay, and I think reading the booklet can just add so much more flavor and intensity to your readings and your interpretation of things. And so I just wanted to come really quickly to talk about like the system, how we can utilize it, and yeah, how it can really take us to the next level. Especially if you do read tarot and you add in the practicality of this with the spirituality of freaking tarot, yo, your readings, your interpretations, all of this stuff is gonna just shoot up. It's gonna be like crazy, mind-blowing, accurate business. Okay. All right, guys, I will be back to go through like specific readings, like 2-card readings, 3-card readings, things of that nature, because there's a lot that you can do with these cards, and it builds you all the way up to a grand tableau, which you use all 36 cards within a deck. Traditionally, the deck has 36. This particular one has 37. It added the Ankh, which only adds additional information to the deck. But yeah, I mean, there's so much that we can talk about when it comes to this. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video right here. Be on the lookout for more videos relative to this system, because I think it's really important for us to enter into this and just kind of get more out of this system, and it can really help us elevate on our journey within our divination practice. Okay, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Again, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, do so right now. Hit the notification bell, and please like and comment. Let me know what else you would like to see on this channel. I am so open to that. I'm here to grow our community so we can all learn together, grow together, and just be happy beings. Okay? All right, guys, until next time. Bye.